Hi, friends. It's Cheryl from Tutoring with Cheryl and the tech coach for Tutors. And I'm so excited today. I get to introduce you to my identical twin sister, Shelli Novotny from Berkshire Hathaway Home Real Estate Ambassadors. She'll correct that because I'm sure I said it wrong. And the reason she is coming on today is we're going to be talking about business profiles. Google business profiles specifically, and how they can support your growth in your business. And since I kind of botched up the introduction and all of the important parts about Shelli's job, because, she's just my sister to me, but she's an expert in her field, I'm going to have her take a second to introduce herself. She is also a trainer. She does all kinds of trainings, and I'm just thrilled to have her on the podcast today. Shelli, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Shelli. I'm Cheryl's twin. I've been her twin for 56 years, so now y'all know how old we are. I am the team lead and partner, actually original owner of Real Estate One Group, brought in Tony as my business partner, and we run a real estate team in Omaha, Nebraska, but we service both Iowa and Nebraska. Tony's got his Iowa license. I have my Nebraska license. Cheryl knows I'm trying to renew my Iowa license again. I let it go, but I've been selling since I was 32 years of age. So you guys can do the math. And I like to just say I do real estate at a high level. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. And the other thing maybe you mentioned it, but I'd like you to talk a little bit more about is the training piece, because people who are watching this podcast are educators, and you do trainings all the time on a variety of different things. You want to tell them a little bit about that side of your business?
Yeah. So I am an employee also with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Ambassador Real Estate. That's the right name. And the team is Real Estate One Group. So I am the corporate trainer. I am responsible for 1,000 realtors, and I do teach them things like how to set up your Google business page, the right things to do, the things that are going to kind of mess you up. And we work on a ton of technology, from social media posts, how to really increase your digital footprint, and how to get that strong reach out there and be known as the knowledge broker, the agent of choice. And we can do the same thing for you in any of your industries. We got you.
Awesome. Awesome. So like if somebody reached out to you and they said, well, I'm a tutor, but I'm really struggling with my business profile, would you be able to support them with one-on-one services?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Okay, great.
So call anytime. I'm here
anytime.
for you.
So her business details will be in the description. But let's backtrack just a little bit. Shelli knows my struggle with my business profile page because I got deleted. And I had to backtrack and figure out why I got deleted. And I had been using a post office box, but I wasn't showing up in any of the searches. So I was spending all this time, putting information in, and I just wasn't showing up. So what I decided to do is I decided to put my actual address of our farm in there. And then in that process, I was booted out, and they're like, you can't do this. And so I called Shelli and I was like, Shelli, I cannot believe it. I lost it. And then she's like, oh, well, what did you do? And she's like, yeah, you can't do that. So let's talk about, first of all, since you are the expert on the business profile pages, I'm going to share the screen and share your business profile page. But I'd like you to talk us through just in generalities, like how do you set one up? What would be the good things to do and maybe what you shouldn't do. So I'll go ahead and show that. I will get that in the background. And as you speak, you'll be the speaker on the screen.
Okay. Just so everybody knows, we didn't practice this. I'm in Arizona this week. She calls me and says, Shell, can you help me? I'm like, sure. So, okay. So you see my Google business page, and the easiest way to start a page is you just go to Google and you type in Google business page, and it will link you and ask you what is your title. And the very first thing you're going to see on my page is that it's got Shelli Novotny, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Ambassador Real Estate, and then Top Realtor. You cannot do that the very first day that you open up your page. So number one, put your name, and then if you're a tutor or you're a realtor or whatever your title is, maybe you're an electrician, make sure that you have that part of your title. The second thing that you need to know when you're coming in here is that they're going to have different services or maybe a suggestion. Like for me, it was real estate agent and then real estate broker or whatever. I can choose those and then I can have specialty things lined in there. So for a realtor, I don't do title insurance, but I know people that do title insurance and appraisal work and those types of things. So I was able to click on those because I want people to consider me a good resource for everything pertaining to real estate. So I made those choices and then I had to put in an address. Well, when you guys go to an address, make sure it's not a P.O. box. And in our case at Berkshire, we have over 1,000 realtors that work at, maybe say this location. And when we put in the address, I was fortunate. I was able to claim the address, but there are now so many agents coming in and doing Google business pages, they have to put in a suite number. Well, there isn't a suite number for agents. They sit in these cubicles. So we went up to our tech support and they said, just put in the last 4 numbers of your cell phone number. So let's say like you're an accountant and there's a whole bunch of accountants that are out there working from the same location. You have to have a suite number in there. So put that in there. Now, Google will ask you to verify your address. Okay. They want you to be put on the map. So you're going to have to go do a video. Okay. And in our case, they have us go to the corner and we have to take a video from the street sign walking up to the office. We have to grab our key fob and we have to show that we're getting into the building. And you only have you have to do this under a minute and you have to have great self-service. And if you don't, it's going to kick you out. Cheryl's saying, yes, that happened to her. So make sure that you have those things in place. If you don't, then you could verify by postcard. And so if you think that you're in an area where cell service is bad, just verify by postcard instead. It will delay you being published on the site for maybe 5 to 8 days. But when that postcard arrives, there's going to be I don't know if it's 8 or 16-digit number that comes. Just put it in there and then it will be activated. But you don't have to worry about not adding things in while you're waiting to be published. Add in a photo of your building, add in a photo of you, show people what you're doing, right? Whether it's maybe you're a dog groomer, take pictures of the dogs being groomed. I don't know, but just fill it up as much as you possibly can. And then once you get the page to go live, then I tell my agents, go on there daily, change your times that you're doing business. Google loves to know that you're a real business. So you're going to be going in and changing your days of operation. You're going to be going in there and posting updates. You're going to be posting events and stuff. And let's say you don't have an event. Okay. Make up an event. What would be an event for you? Maybe your event is that you've got a Zoom call on this day, or maybe an update would be, you were able to help somebody, increase their reading scores. I don't know, but the more you can put it in there, the better off that you are. So I always tell my peeps, treat it like it's a Facebook page. Okay. So if you can put in videos, photos, updates, and then I tell everybody, go in and ask a question, as many questions as you can. But you have to be really careful when you're asking the questions. You can't go to Chat GPT and then copy and paste. It will kick you out. It won't let you use that. So it looks like she's got some things like, well, what happens if the buyer doesn't show up for the closing of my home? I'm the one that's asking the question, and then I go in and I answer it. Google and YouTube are owned by the same company, and so they want you to they want you to answer it. That's how they're going to understand that you are the authoritative figure in your industry. You know what the heck that you're doing, and you've got that voice. So you become the professional person that they're going to recommend when they're going in and typing these questions. So just remember, YouTube is the second place that people go to ask questions outside of Google. And I think TikTok is following up. I really, really do. So if you don't have a TikTok page, you better get one. And mine is not business on TikTok, but all my other platforms are professional. So my Instagram handle's professional, Facebook, all of those things. So
yeah, you post often. And so the other thing that I think that we need to have them look at is the left side of the page where all of these links are coming up. And tell the viewers how those links come up there. Like you've got Shelli Novotny Omaha on your Berkshire page, and then Realtor.com and Zillow. So can you see that okay?
yep, I can see it.
I'll
Well,
make it a little bit bigger.
it's all through an algorithm. So like,
Mhm.
okay, so I work for a large corporation. So they put a little SEO behind my website. That's the BHHS one, Realtor.com. I'm on there. They follow, what I'm selling and that kind of stuff. So does Zillow. So I've got professional profiles on that. So because my handle has my name in it, it's going to be coming up there. So I really want you guys to think about, what is your handle going to be on all of these pages? So if you look at my Instagram handle, which she's got it, it's coming up. It's Shelli Novotny Realtor. YouTube, Shelli Novotny, your real estate expert. On X, which is the old Twitter, it's just Shelli. But I should be going in there and changing those all to Shelli Novotny Realtor. So then it's easier for YouTube and Google to, find me and stuff. So
Yeah. And I mean, here's the other thing, the number of videos that you have out in different places. Gosh, if you could continue, like if TikTok, I don't know if you can become like paid on TikTok, but you've got a lot out there.
yeah, I do have the link. So once you get so many followers, like on, I know this is off topic, so hopefully I don't upset anybody, but on TikTok, once you get so many followers, I think it's 1,000, then you become what they call an influencer. And so then you get invited to like TikTok lives. They want you to be doing lots of lives. And then let's see, I'm not really big on Instagram. My peeps are on Facebook and that kind of stuff, but I have a huge following on Facebook. So do lives if you guys can. I don't think that you can do a live on Google. I guess, Cheryl, that's something that I need to go in and look. I don't think that you can, but you could do lives like on YouTube. You can do lives on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And you can also do videos like on LinkedIn and those types of things. So video is really the way to go. And if you see me, I literally crawled out of bed and Cheryl's like, hey, can you come on here? I'm like, well, you know what? If you guys saw me today, this is what I'm going to look like. So booyah, here you got it. Straight out of.
Well, I think you look great. Let's go into my page just really quickly. And now we're looking at it from my end. Okay. So this is not like on a incognito page or anything like that. But when you're in it as yourself, you're going to see your business. I've had tremendous growth this month. And that was one thing that I wanted to talk about. I've had 85 customer interactions this month. And I want to tell you how I got those interactions. So Shelli knows because, we talk all the time. But recently, in October, I helped host an event in our community where all these kids came out. And I wish they were closer because I would grab one. I made little bags with a science experiment in it. And all the candy that I passed out had my little, it's actually on my picture up here, the little circle thing in the corner up here. That's my
That would be
flow
a
code.
QR code.
Yeah, well, this one was actually called flow code, but yeah, QR code.
Yep.
And so I had all those people, that's where that came from. And so I don't have like a custom email because my Google Workspace, I set it up as Sheryl Uehling when I first set it up, but they'll give you all these things so you can complete your profile. I think there's just a little bit left on my profile I haven't done. Now, the one thing that is going out, and it will be really interesting to see what happens, is my old MidwestTutor.com page is going out. So I hope that after January, this no longer shows up, but I have so much content on there. Even if it doesn't, I put on every single one of my pages, this website is no longer going to be updated. Go here. And I linked everything to my TutorBird page, which is here. And this is gradually moving up the chain. It's like getting higher and higher because more people are clicking on it. Then it shows like some of my recent videos, probably the ones that get more attention. My YouTube page. I actually have this conversation with Shelli in January of 2025 will be on my Spotify page. There's my Facebook, my Instagram, and my products on my Tech Coach page. So that's just kind of like where you can see over here. You can see that I've got some stuff, some events going on. I'm going to help host another Santa Day event, and then I've got a few reviews. And I don't have a lot of reviews. I'd love to get more. I have shared. There's a link on here somewhere where you can ask for like.
Yeah, it's right up there. It says let's see,
Ask for a review right here.
yeah.
So if you click on that, then you can share the link with people. But you know, my families are a little bit hesitant to say that they're getting services for their children. I don't really blame them. I don't think they want their kids to be labeled as, you know, inept or whatever, but they're not. They're all very intelligent kids. But I think they just have this fear of, oh, I don't want my name out there, you know, because it comes with who wrote it. So what I do is I'll capture like little things. I'll be like, can I put that on my website? And then I will just do a direct quote on my website instead. So that's just something there. Let's get a look at my performance just for fun.
While you guys are looking at her performance, on asking for the review, the best thing to do is open up your Google page on your phone and text it. You'll get a better response on that. And Sheryl, I would actually have your friends and family do reviews on you and just have them talk about you, like who you are, your character, your characteristics. You know, you're very detailed, you're very organized. You know, she's timely. You know, those are the things that people want to know about you as well, not just about the experience that somebody had. So
Wonderful.
like when my new agents come in, I tell them, I say, you're calling all your family and you're going to say, I really need you to help me to increase my digital print. Would you be so kind as to give me a 5-star Google review? And here's the thing. If you get a bad review, Google loves it. You may not like it, but Google doesn't like when we're all 5-star because they don't believe that we're human. The Google, I think if you're like a 4.5, you'll actually be rated higher than if you are a 5 because that means you're a real person. So
Awesome.
that was something I didn't know.
Awesome.
But
Okay.
if somebody says something bad about you, just go in there and say, I'm sorry I felt about that. Yes, I agree. But we went in there and we did this, and then everybody's happy.
Right. So I'm gonna show you. This is June, July. That's even August. I had my post office box. I got kicked off. I had to redo it. I had 9. I did my event. I went to 61. And then so far in November, I've had 14 people. Now, I don't know about calls. I don't really take any calls. Oh, look, somebody tried to call me. I didn't know that. Bookings, no bookings. Directions, 77 people looking for directions to my house. I hope they came by, say hi. And then website clicks off of here was only 6. So that doesn't really bother me because my people, like when I sent them, it didn't send them here to Google. It sent them directly to my website. So, I mean, at least people are looking at it. And I think that's good performance for a solopreneur. You can see that I changed my website. I don't do any advertising on here. And like I said,
don't think it's, I'm going to be really honest. I think I did it for 3 or 4 months just to see what was going to happen. And I wouldn't do that. You'll get just as many views if you guys are going in there every day and treating it like it's a Facebook post. And, you know, like I said, we're going to go and we're going to change our hours of service daily. I don't care if it's just one of the days. Maybe change Sunday to not open to 1 hour. No one's going to call you during that time. Okay. They're going to call you when they want to call you. The second thing is that, when you guys are going in and you're doing posts, it's okay to do posts about your community. So I would be talking like Sheryl. She's really into the Uehling.
Like anytime we have a kids event that I'm helping sponsor, that is all over the place. I'm sharing that
she doesn't even
everywhere.
have to sponsor it. Maybe Santa Claus is coming for pictures with Santa at the community center. She should be posting it because if she does that, it's just going to help with that algorithm because then it's saying that she's not only the authority in her industry, but she's the authority of the area. And so it just helps elevate her just a little bit. So anyway, back to the advertising, I was getting like 500 or 600 views because I was paying. But then after I quit doing that, it went to 300 to 400 views on my page. Primarily, it's a map thing. People are trying to figure out, where are you at? Are you in the serviceable area? And so that's one of the things that when you guys are going in and doing your bio, make sure that you let them know that you teach where the student lives.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, everybody should have that.
How would I word that?
Just that. I teach where the student lives. Okay. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, because when I was entering into a new market, I had a horrible time, and people are like, well, you're from Fremont, Nebraska. Why would we want to work with you? I said, where does it matter where my head lands? I work where the product is at, right? So I'm selling houses. It shouldn't matter that I live in Fremont, but I'm selling in Omaha or Lincoln, because I know the whole market, right? I study it every day. Just like you guys are studying your practice every single day, elevating each other, understanding things. Sheryl, you should have every teacher that's ever worked with you go do a Google review on you.
I know,
Sheryl
but
was a
see,
great
here's
teacher.
thanks. Here's the thing. You can't ask them all at the same time, because
Right.
then, yeah, then they'll be like, we're shutting you down. You had too many reviews.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. Google will shut you down if you do more than 5 or 6 things a day on your page. So have a plan. So when I'm with my agents, whether they're on my team or I'm with Berkshire, I tell everybody, have a smart week and know exactly when you're going to be posting, what you're going to be posting, and when you're going to do it. So every day we know that we need to go in and change our times on Google. We need to be asking a question and answering it. We need to be doing an update. Maybe we're going to do a video, and then maybe we're going to talk about an upcoming event. Okay, we're going to stop there. That might be on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we might be sending out 5 Google links for Google reviews. Now, here's the thing. Once you get your Google review, you need to go in and respond. Hey, Sheryl, thank you so much for my 5-star Google review. It was a great experience. Remember when this happened and we solved this problem? So then you're showing Google and YouTube, because they talk to each other, that you're that authoritative figure. Okay. So it's not just a post, it's you interacting, and everything that you type in there becomes part of that algorithm that Google is going to say, okay, they said this, then this was responded, and so forth. So for me, when I ask an agent to go in and Google review me, then I go in and review them in that same post. Then I go to their page and I do a Google review. So it's kind of like this big web. Y'all should be giving each other a Google review. And you can give me a Google review as well, and then I'll give you one.
I've already done that, but I can do a new one.
No,
Because I saw my name, I saw my last one was 2 years ago, and Shelly actually came to our family with a buyer for a home that we had for sale. So yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing. If you know, like, and trust those people, use them for your businesses, and send them contact information and share that. And so it doesn't just have to come down to the typing of the review, but to actually refer them onto other people. I think that speaks volumes for how much like, and trust that person. Shelly, I want to thank you very much for joining me today. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about? I will share all of your contact information, but is there anything else that you would like to share at all? An invitation to, become a realtor, or, anything like that?
well, yeah, of course. I think everybody should have their license, because it's a great way to, supplement your income. Being a part-time agent is a little bit more difficult. Our team is hiring. We know that most people have more than one job. We get it. And so we find that fine balance. But I think most importantly, no question is a dumb question. So if you're wondering, what is your home worth? What's your equity position? Should I go ahead and refinance? Should I make this improvement on my property? That's what real estate agents are for as well. We're not just the person that opens up the door to show you the house. If you're in probate, maybe you're facing a divorce, maybe you're you know, in this spot where I got to do a fast sell. We have a quick buy program. We can talk to you about that. We have a team of investors that come in and offer properties for cash. So yeah, consider me a great resource. But listen, if you need help even with your Google page, I'm here for you. I got you.
Yeah, and I have learned so much from Shelli. I mean, like I've literally called her and said, "All right, why isn't this working?" And she has been able to help me with my Google profile. We've talked about TikToks and Instagram and Facebook, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without her. So I just want to give, excuse me, yeah, I said that right. Well, I would not be where I'm at without her. Clearly, we were born in the womb together, but you know what I'm saying? You know, business wise, I wouldn't be there. So Shelli, I want to thank you very much for your time.
And then can I say one more thing?
Sure.
This is a true story. I am up in the ante, you know, on my YouTube, and I'm not doing long videos. I'm doing very short videos. Okay. They're like minute, 2-minute videos. Anyway, there was a gal down here. I'm in Arizona this week. I'm heading back to Fremont here shortly, but she has a buyer lead, or yeah, no, it was a seller lead, right? So they have to sell their house in Fremont in order to move down here to Arizona. And because I had those short videos, she was able to go through all of them. Then she went over to my Google page, saw my Google reviews, saw my questions that I was answering, and chose me as the agent for the sellers to interview. She gave my name and another person's name. I was the only agent that called. I went in and did a pricing and marketing strategy. We have the whole thing lined up. We know when we're going to list. We know our price. And I wouldn't have gotten that lead had it not been me investing in my business. And you know what? It doesn't matter what you look like, because this is the way that they're going to see it anyway. So don't let the fear of how you look or how you sound, or if you misstep, just go for it. Go find your dreams. You guys got this.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
talk about not only inspiration, but great advice. So thank you, Shelli. I really want to thank you. And I'm going to end the recording now like I normally do. And I usually say, make it a great day and keep the learning going.